Hello, good evening, welcome back to Planet Zoo. And everyone spoke clearly about how they wanted me to return to this project. So we have. I've done a little bit of work on it today, but not much. Just got some things done that we plan on having done when we last spoke. But let's jump into. I've just done that and I've realised I need the I need the explore mode camera. And let's jump in with this sorry bunch that are looking very cold. I've got it locked on a permanent time, but yeah, we know the entrance. I have made some changes to habitats and stuff, so I'm thinking about putting things like outside the zoo as well, just to give it to flesh it out a bit more, give it like trees for a backdrop. So this all hasn't changed around here, down by the reindeer. I am thinking about introducing money as well. We'll see. I've noticed this rock's floating a little bit here as well. We're probably going to get rid of that and build over that way for the transport ride. We were discussing that. So this all hasn't changed all round Moose Falls. But up here, past the toilet, yeah, you'll notice this is no longer wolves. The wolves are elderly in the zoo as well at the moment, so they're not breeding. So I put Arctic foxes in here and I've moved the wolves elsewhere. We'll go in and quickly have a look. And I've made the den a bit more, the entrance a bit tighter. I made it a bit more cosy and homely in here for the wolves, for the foxes. We've only got 2 Arctic foxes, so I'm probably going to order some more. And I'm thinking about introducing money and conservation credits, like turning that on, now that we've got the zoo established. And we've got a couple of thousand guests in the zoo each time, so that's why it's looking really packed on the path. But we do have over here, the bear cave is now done. Looks very different to how it did before. And we have like proper bear cave. Possibly going to make the ceiling a little bit lower. I kind of like the textures we've got, and I've got a heater in here as well to keep the guests warm. So yeah, we have. So yeah, let me know if you want me to introduce money and conservation credits. It might make building a bit more interesting. I might just keep it unlimited. We are in sandbox mode. That is the beauty of it all. We don't have to worry about anything. Right, let's get past this packed pinch point. And coming up here, I've added all this greenery and everything on the side. And then the entrance to Vetraheim, the Nordic village. Out my way, peeps. And the wolves are now up here, opposite the restaurant. Let's see if I walk past everyone. And we have, oh, I need to come up here. It's hard to navigate when you're on this level with everyone. And here you can look over into the wolf enclosure. I had to extend over this way because the den underground actually sticks out, and I kept getting an animal has escaped notification. It's like, well no, it's just gone outside the barrier above ground, but it can't escape because it's in a den, which is a big dugout area underground. But anyway, and yeah, I just added all this. But I don't really know what to do next. I've still got a lot of work to do on here. added little heaters next to where you can sit down in here, just so people can have coffees, sit down and things. But all this still needs work. And I want to add more props and stuff. But yeah, this would lead out to, well, something. Undecided what yet. Interacting with the pigs. I had lots of problems with chickens earlier as well, and animals not eating in this area, so I've hired new keepers. Stop doing that. People floating in the air. Drives me out the wall. It's only in that enclosure. It's a bit janky for some reason. I said I wasn't doing Fortnite tonight, Lodge. I cry when I play Fortnite too, you know. The amount of times I got shot in the back earlier when I was playing for 5 minutes by a little sweat. So yeah, building this souvenir shop, which would be nice. A dangerous animal has escaped. No, it hasn't. No, what happened was it went over here, which you thought was outside the barrier, and it didn't escape. If it escaped, then I'm a monkey's uncle. So we can change the colour of all this. I don't know. I might just change the colour of the shelves rather than, because I was going to try and clad it in wood, but I think we're better off. Jackson Timberwolf has joined a pack. Well, yeah, but they're all elderly, so I don't think our wolves are going to last much longer. Ah, she's got offspring due. Ah, she's going to have cubs. So yeah, that, I think it's just this bit of bedding over here is where I have the issue. Is where it goes outside. So perhaps if I delete that bed, then we might not get the dangerous wolf has escaped notification all the time. So yeah, I don't know what to work on next, what to build. I've been enjoying just building up. Yeah, you tell me if someone's about to mature. I've paused time, so how are they still aging? We're still only at about 25% for the zoo total, because this isn't a complicated zoo. So yeah, we've got plenty of scope for more. I'm thinking about knocking curbs off. Let me. Curb on ground path. We just do that, and then I can put a cover over it, like over the floor, so it looks like it's. That floor is too nice. Yeah, it's too sort of, it doesn't suit the theme of what I've got going on up here with the Nordic village. So let's Arctic. I don't think I'll be able to drop it. So if I split that, just bring it right down. So now when guests walk, hopefully their feet won't sink through too much, and we'll have a much nicer looking floor cover. We can actually test how the feet sink through. Yep, see, there's a slight sinking through of the feet there, but it's marginal. Now I'm kind of thinking these shelves need to be well, you know, they need to be a bit nicer. Like I cover them in wood. And I'll keep them like that. I just want to make them a bit more so we can put we can just select what we want on there. So we can go like that. Well, that's good. And make our life a lot easier. Just trying to find something in here. I can't see it. I don't know whether I want that or whether I want yeah, I'll stick with that. Hold on, we'll see how this works before I start putting loads of details in. I'm trying to think how I'm going to do this. I'm just having thoughts, moments of thought. I'm sort of planning ahead of what I'm going to build. Well, see how it goes. Well, see how it works. Yeah, that's the problem. It doesn't come up. It sort of kinda, that piece is, yeah. You see, I could have it higher. Then the other issue I have the other issue we're going to run into is how to do the next bit. Because I kind of want it to look nice and Nordic in here. Oh, my stream's gone off. So if anyone's chatting to me, I can't see it anyway. Yeah, thank you. Got it back. I kind of want sort of browns, muted colours. They keep crying out for ATMs as well, so I may put ATMs in here. So yeah, we want sort of dark muted colours. Let's bring this up and then across. So if we connect just on there. That's not working out right, or not how I wanted it. That will have to do. See, I've got those bits sticking down, so I know what we can do with them actually. So we could either have that like support beams, or we could have it doesn't look as good. I think this will look better. Yeah, I think this will work a bit nicer. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Because for some reason these pieces are not in the right place. Oh, is it a scruffy joining me? I think it is. well, we've got, yeah, bring this across here. What the heck was it doing there? I think, yeah, let me have a look. Is that about centre? Yeah, it's about centre. Still got to work on a penguin habitat and a polar bear habitat. There are things we've discussed. Yeah, when I started this earlier, I sort of had no idea how I was going to build it, but now I'm beginning to get an idea in my head. Of what we're going to do with it. And I'm going to think of a good... So I'm just taking my jacket off. A little bit warm. Although it's not been as hot today as it has been. Yeah, any ideas for shop names then let me know. I'll gladly listen. So there's no sort of colour. Quick check. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. That'll allow me to attach beams to it and stuff and things like that. But yeah, I want sort of brown colouring for the shelving. A nice. Once I get the building built a bit more, I think we'll have a better idea. Let's do a group change, and then once we get the colours, then we can. So it really annoys me is you can't actually see the colour. Like, why would you do that? Why would you have this blue highlight box over it when? So I was noticing there was lots of noise in the background. I think it's the kids. No, not select objects of a similar colour. That's not what I meant to do. Confirm. Okay, if that's the shelving there, and they can be a brown. Moss coloured? Yeah, it kind of works. A bit more muted, but I wonder if I can do the colours of everything all at once. No. It suffers from the same problem that Planet Coaster did. If they're different objects, even though they've got the same colour palette, you can't fiddle with the colour palette too much until you yeah, you can't fiddle with the colour palette. You have to. I suppose they have different setups for colours. That might be the reason why I was having issues with it. I'll change the Planet Zoo logo to green as well. I think it looks a lot better like that actually than the traditional blue and yellow. I think that works a bit better for what we're going for. Hang on. Yep, there we go. Just reset that. I didn't ask you to reset it. I clicked out of it. It's like, why did you click out of that? Oh well. Yeah, thinking about adding more. Alright. I see how it is. I'm just making sure it's perfectly lined up with the wall. If that makes any sense. Then we'll need somewhere to store, to put ATBs. Somewhere to put. Can I stick him there like that? Define the laws of physics. You can change the laws of physics, laws of physics, laws of physics. You can change the laws of physics, Jim. Alright. And we need to go slightly lighter there. Hopefully it would give me an error if I tried to place someone like that. I mean, you would hope, wouldn't you, that it would give you an error, but we may try it in a second. Just for entertainment purposes, for science. You can do it. Oh dear. You can defy the laws of physics. That's awesome. Have a bit of Marks and Spencer's at Milton Keynes setup. Now I've got to find a way of filling in the gaps. And we know how to do that, don't we? There is a similar material. cheap tacky plastic. I thought so. It should give us exact same colour vibes as well. Yep. Kind of almost grey, isn't it? I'm trying not to let any of it show through. However, look at that. It's as if it was made for it. I've got a feeling it's going to look different on the other side though. Just have a feeling, you know, call it creator's intuition. I'll bring this across to there, to there. No, actually we'll bring it back to there, up. Do you want it higher or lower or on the same, I guess? Yeah. But then there's this bit. Well, I could just do the very simple thing. I can't see where it connects and where it doesn't. Yeah, that's awful. I'm trying to. I wish you could turn the arrows translucent. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I have an idea. One selected, yeah. Try selecting all that. And change to building access. Woohoo! Thanks. I love that rotation. Yeah, sometimes the rotation choices, just like, seriously, what were you thinking? There's when you came up with that axis. What I could do, just sort. So what were they thinking with that axis? Seriously, what were they thinking? Thinking, how can I give the Planet Zoo players the biggest headache? Oh. Right, we're going to deselect you and deselect you. We're going to confirm that. We're going to rotate it 180 degrees. I mean, I can just still stick it on. As a yeah, do you know what? It doesn't really matter. Somewhere in one of those counters is one of those things that lifts up. Like a desk part that lifts up, counter top that lifts up. There we go. Alright, I think we're getting there. So I can put loads of shelving in. Upsell. I've got coffee sitting here getting cold. That's not clever, is it? Just going to look for some kind of logo to go on there. But while I'm doing so, I'm going to sip for coffee as well. Was I unmuted while I was sipping my coffee there? And was I muted while I wasn't sipping my coffee? I thought I muted. Apologies. Very unprofessional. Yeah, I was looking for a logo, so I can't find one really. So I've probably been talking and been muted, which happens often when I'm playing this game, so I do apologise. Yeah, there's no zoo sign at all whatsoever. We've got here sheep, Arctic wolf, deer, polar bear. I mean, all of which are going to be added, but they're flags, and they've got those flag poles. I mean, that's fine, but yeah, there's no. Spectacled bear. Okay, we don't have spectacled bears. We've got grizzlies in there. Let's see. Half these animals we've got like signs for, we don't actually have in the zoo. In fact, most of these. In fact, all of them. I'm pretty much running out of options, basically. What the heck is this? We do have alpacas. I just want something to chicken. We do have sheep. We do have a barnyard type feel. Goats. The goats are really cute actually. So it's a shame I can't stick the goat in there and not have it sticking out the bottom. We can. We don't have cattle, we do have alpacas. We have sheep. We have killer sheep, so... Trouble is with doing this, I know that when you get too far away, it does sort of flicker. But hopefully it shouldn't affect it too much with it. Yeah, that's it, disappears. And I might, we're standing on the other side of the shop, and then you get closer and pop. Because the difference between where it is and where is really, it's like a fine line between the difference between where the animal actually is. Yeah. But see, and then you get closer and it'll go pa-ching. It all pops into existence. Oh, there's nothing on this one. I've got 4 counters. Not that you'd need 4 counters, however. I just like symmetry. It looks better with the symmetry. Oh, we don't have... Do we have any pigs? We don't have pigs, I don't think. That's a piglet, though. It doesn't look like it's at the right angle, does it? It kind of looks like it's walking. Yeah, that looks better. Scruffy, are you having a wash? His head was just touching my arm. It was so lightly rough. Yep, There we go. I need to add more shelving. More shelving. Scruffy, you're just rubbing against my arm. Ever so slightly, cat. And it's rather distracting. I can change what's on that shelving anyway. That's not an issue. Probably not going to go custom too much. I'm just going to decide what they're selling and stick with that. I was thinking about sticking these bins, the poster bins, around here, but I think it might become too cluttered. There's no one on this till. What's the matter with you? Kind of ignored my staff for a little while. I do want to introduce money. I think it would be interesting. Just to see if it could actually function as a real zoo within the confines of the game. Obviously, it's not a real zoo in that sense, is it? Trained up mechanics. No, I'm not gonna. He's having a coffee, that. Oh, Wendy Lee. Send for training. Oh, I can't send for training yet, apparently. Oh yeah, because these are probably the new guys. The real new guys. Yeah, souvenir shop counter. They're looking bored because there's nothing for them to do, because there's hardly any shelving. There's hardly any things for people to sell. Alright, let's continue with building out our souvenir shop. What items can we... I think I've got every type of shelving there is then in the place. what I'm thinking would be nice is to like have some, like, we'll have the shelving up against the far walls, but have some like wooden beams enclosing it in and stuff, and the Norse decorations and stuff and things, make it look a bit more. Alright, okay. Yeah, well, I'm hitting a problem there, as we can see. I'll try and show you kind of what I mean here. Like these nice thick beams. Whack them. Like up here. Okay, it's too, needs to be the other type. But can you see what I mean? It kind of, hopefully you guys can see what I mean. It's bringing it further out, and do I have it right up into the roof and then coming down into it? I've actually had a good idea. No, it doesn't happen often, but when it does, you know. You can smell the burning from the next county. But anyway. Overusing your brain. Alright, what we got here? Well, you just shot me up into the ceiling somewhere. That's annoying. I bet that's not central either. Because I wouldn't stick a beam through that if it's like that. Well, I will stick a beam because it'd make more sense to have a supporting beam through the middle as well. We'll do that, and then I can line all this up, and then, yeah. But what I want to do here, right, let me turn you round. That's what I was hoping for. See, I've got that sort of flat. It's not quite, and it doesn't quite fit, but that's a general idea. Aha. Aha. Idea. Let's go there. So I'll end up with this lovely this like wall that sticks out. So I'm just checking there's no Z fighting. Now we've got this built-in shelving cabinet unit. Or units. That's kind of what I wanted to do with the place. I mean, obviously the islands aren't going to be like that because they're islands, but we'll see if we can enclose the rest, put them in planks, try and put some nice windows in as well. Windows looking down to the entrance across the mountains. The mountains are more important. I am going to add more to that entrance bit, I think. And that's the plans. So now grab this, and we have a modular build that will fit perfectly in the other side, providing it rotates correctly, which after the way those counters rotated I was kind of concerned, not gonna lie, a little bit concerned of how. What? Why? What? Okay, what's going on there? I don't think that's the... Have I? Why is... I don't... I'm confused, but anyway. Confused you will be. I have no idea why it's miles away from the wall, because... Oh, I've got an idea of why it's miles away from the wall. I bet I selected both of them and then just didn't use the building alignment. I bet I was on local access, which sometimes sends multiple objects in jank directions. So that's what was going on there. We've solved it now. Problem solved. Do we go for wooden trees? I can make use of this as well. Not necessarily here, because it doesn't make sense going there, but perhaps here. Yep. Perfect. I could put some bins underneath, selling items. Build up the windows. Honestly, if I walked into a zoo shop that looked like this, I'd be quite impressed. They tend to be quite bland and dull because they want to get you out there as quickly as possible. In and out. That's what we're after. Is that? Oh, okay. Just a junk bit of texture randomly. Yeah, look at this. Fantastic rotation here. I really don't understand, I just don't understand the thinking of having those as the anchor points for rotation. Unless it makes it easier to place them, rotate them round each other, but it's just not logical. And when it happens, you then have to, because especially if you played Planet Coaster before, because everything in Planet Coaster sort of went round I suppose logical anchor point, but also kind of a central anchor point. Yeah, look at that, that's miles away. What is going on there? What are you doing, game? I bet I'm on local access. Am I on local access? No, I'm on building access. Alright. That makes sense. Right now, it should be rotating around this centre. And it is. Good. But if you want to make something circular, that's what you'd have to do. You have to find a way of rotating around a central point. Yeah, look. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I was going to clad it all in wood, but I've been here for a month of Sundays doing that, and it's not worth it really, just for a little gift shop. This works well enough, I think. I mean, it's not like I haven't got the percentage to play with, but then if I clad everything, I can't clad these little bits that stick out and things. It would just look slightly off, in my humble opinion. Not necessarily the case, but oh yeah, this is what I was going to do about a week ago. I was going to put these in because I like the look of them. And do I want some music in the shop? Of course you do. You want some nice, tranquil music that drives your staff up the wall. We have got the restaurant playing the Arctic music. I'm thinking something more classical or something here. I'm not sure. Not sure what that looks like yet. We'll find out when we get there. I think I want to heavily lean into the Arctic pack here again, just because it looks really nice. It fits the area, the vibe that we've got going on. See, that's what I mean. Did you see the way that I just went totally jank? And I have it on building. Yeah, see, it does something. It does that. Why I have not a Scooby? I haven't got a Scooby Dooby Doo. Dave's asleep in the window. Just saw her smiling away over there. Windows, 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 windows. Custom windows. I mean, I could put glass in, but then, yeah, I've got an idea. Just deep in thought. Yeah, we'll go East Asia. Pack as well. Yeah, these are the. I need to Wikipedia signs, no Zoopy. These are the Arctic shops. These are quite nice. However, I have used them before on Windows and in this zoo, and I don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over. You want it to be the same, but some variety. And this is sort of separated from everything else. So, right, where do we have? You're a bit too long. You're a bit too small, but you'll work, I think. You would also crush all the wood completely. We don't worry about technical things like that, really. Right, if I stick that there. Stick that there. Big strong looking window. I'm going to have extension bits out here as well. From a, you know, a realistic, well, I was just about to say from a realistic point of view they wouldn't make sense, but they could be storage areas. Of course you wouldn't be able to access them from in the shop, which is a terrible design choice upon my behalf. You'd have to come out and go to the storage areas, but you know. What are you going to do? Oh dear. So these are nice wooden beams as well. I quite like these in the East Asia pack. I used to use them all the time. But the main advantage is they're quite thick. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can. If this will work. If we can pull it off. Yeah, look, it's not quite. Alright, it's not the end of the world, and it gives it that rustic kind of look. I think I'm going to use the trellis window trick that I've used over in the Norse village, because it just looks better, but I don't know where to put glass in and then put the trellis over the top. Do you know what, we've got the space to play with it, so let's clear theme, go go glass. 2x2, 4x4 thin. Yeah, it really doesn't matter whether it's thin or thick, really. That's not. Just the fact that it's glass would be helpful. Bring that glass down here. Then clear material, go Arctic, and grab the nice trellis. No, I didn't want you to do that. I don't know why you were doing that. I totally understand. Local access, that's what we want. See, having the glass there, mind you. Having the glass there is causing me problems, but we can resolve those issues easily. It should line up exactly with the... No, it doesn't. No, of course it doesn't. But that does. Alright. Now I want to grab... Actually, what I want to do... Since there's only 4 places where the windows are going in. It's just going to make my life a little bit easier when I finally grab all these pieces. I don't need that. I do not need that. I don't need that. Don't need that. I think that's still grabbed, is it? Oh no. Alright, so now we should have full window. I don't want any glass sticking out any sides. No, brilliant. Easy as that. Now it's a proper dark and dingy looking shop. I think to spruce it up a bit, we may have to add like the decorations, like the festive decorations and that, just to make it a bit more of a pleasant environment. Yeah, I wanted that there too. Right, slide that across. Make sure it's connected. do. I don't want you coming through the wall. Perfect. Yeah, so sort of. Oh, okay. It's being weird on me, the camera. Have an extension area out here with fake doors, or doors on. I say fake doors, not ones that you'd use as an entrance or anything. Yeah, we're only at 306 objects, so that's nothing. We've got lighting to consider, more design touches. I've just seen something, I'm like, oh, I want to do that. That's a good thing, I think, when you're creating and you see something, you go, ah, that, ah, this, ah. You know, your synapses keep firing basically, and you come up with new ideas. To be honest, when I started, I didn't have a clue what was going to happen here, but yeah, we're getting there with it. Nice, beautiful modular shop. Thinking about, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so kind of thinking, like to have a support at the base, but then I don't want too much sticking into the shop because guests will be moving about in this area, and there's nothing more off-putting than guests walking through your scenery that you've spent ages creating. There is ways to stop them walking through scenery, but it is a faff. I say it's a faff. It's not too bad, I don't think. I think it's under facilities, actually. Yeah. Yeah, these. Guest barrier metal actually works for stopping them walking through things. I would try to use these, because these used to work in Planet Coaster. OG Planet Coaster, original. These worked as well. But yeah, apparently this one definitely works. I think these possibly work as well. You just have to sink them and hide them in objects to stop guests walking through them. There are other tricks as well, like putting bins in things and that. But then you do get the problem of guests throwing rubbish into your buildings and it dematerialises when it hits them. Slightly immersion breaking. Okay, I'm thinking another little island in front of this window, because I mean this is a zoo shop. This is here to get guests through the door and contribute towards the upkeep of the zoo, really. Yeah, actually, let's go that way. Only because it'll provide more room that way. And the guests won't get in the way of each other so much. No, I did not want to grab that in the corner. More haste, less speed. Or measure twice, cut once. I noticed something else as well, but I'm not going to change it. These two, they're slightly off. There's a slight, I mean, I don't know whether you can see it, but yeah. Look, it's slightly off. That's the sort of thing that would bug me and I would spend ages fixing, but it's not worth worrying about, right, really. But yeah, normally if I was not streaming I would change it, and now I know it's there, I probably will end up changing it at some point. like you discover something, then you're like, right, that's annoying me now. I know it exists. Yeah, beginning to get there. It's looking pretty nice. So we still have polar bear, snow leopard and penguin habitats to build. I kind of want them to be really not intricate, but more, well, like the bear one, we've got the bear cave, so we kind of got all aspects of that. I want underwater viewing for penguins, definitely, and polar bear. So it's going to involve a lot of tunnelling and that sort of work. So I don't even know what I'm looking for now. Too busy concentrating on one. Oh yes, shop front, that's what I'm looking for. And that's horrible, the way the wall, it just ends there, so we will be, I don't, that's not a vibe I enjoy, to be honest with you. To the point in my, not my Planet Coaster builds, I would just separate them, so my buildings would look like one building, but it's probably about 3 or 4 or 5 buildings all stuck together. I've taken roofs off and just slightly extended them out, and yeah, numerous things like that really. Just finding things that's pleasing to the eye. Right, you're a 1 meter eave, I need a 2 meter eave. That eave was too short, we need a slightly taller eave. No, just a different angle. There we go. And of course, once we get all the greenery in, why? Okay, what's that? Okay, there's something sticking. Oh, I'm like, what's that? I know exactly what it is. That's possibly one of the most awkward things to get to. Oh no, actually it isn't. I'll say it's awkward. It's quite easy. That's the glass sticking through at the top there. I don't know where the glass sticks through on this side. It does. Okay. Well spotted. We're just gonna move them out. No, just that. I think it grabbed the eave then. Target easy fix. What? Why? That made no sense, did it? That was Planet Zoo being jank again. Welcome to Planet Zoo jank. But I think I definitely prefer. I enjoy the stuff you can do with Planet Coaster. Unfortunately, Planet Coaster just, it has a more cartoony look. Like this, you can look at bits of it. If you ignore the guests, you know, it just looks fantastic, you know. And you've got, I think the real reason is you've got so much foliage to play with. If they release a foliage pack and just add all the stuff from Zoo into Coaster, yeah, into Planet Coaster 2, yeah, it'd be a game changer for environments and stuff and your dark rides and everything. It would be a game changer. Alright, I've just noticed something about this. Can I bring you that way a bit? bring you that way a bit. Yeah, I've sort of said it loads. It's the one thing I really want. Above all else. Above anything else. Well, shooting rides would be nice as well. I think that's another thing we need in Planet Coaster 2. Right, okay. Are we? Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. So yeah, now to deal with this ugly looking entrance. So there's two ways I can go about it with using the Arctic pack. We have these which kind of nice but don't work on there. Oh, actually I know where they would work and I know how they'd work really well. I may use that. Or I got these which kind of work. Look, they're alright and they kind of break up that. But I think what we really need to do, what I really want to do is zig-a-zig is stop making Spice Girls references. That's what I really want to do. Alright, let's yeah, that looks that looks lovely, doesn't it? By lovely I mean that looks disgusting. But I kind of that's kind of what I want. Or do we just come here and put it out here like so? But then yeah, then it just looks like a harvester or something, you know, like a pub, most chain pubs. That's what it looks like with that on the front. Weatherspoons. If you're not familiar with that, because you happen to be from America or Australia or something, just to Google harvester, the harvester UK or Weatherspoons, you'll soon get the idea of what I mean. The front of them have that sort of, tends to be glass sort of canopies at the front, but yeah, they always look a bit jank in my opinion. Like most modern architecture. Why can't we go back to Victorian style architecture? The Renaissance, when things took, probably because they took too long to build. That's the only reason. People want everything now, you know. We should try slowing down a bit. I think we'll all live longer and have a more fulfilling life, and we'll leave things behind that we're proud of. Just one man's opinion though. Right, yeah, I don't know how to go about that, because it's going to look jank from the inside or jank from the outside, and I'll have a 5-minute break. I'm just going to think about it. Give me 5 minutes. I'll be back. I'm just going to go and have a ponder on it. I've got an idea of cooking. I just need to formulate it a little bit in my head. So, yeah. And grab a coffee and do all the other things while I'm pondering. But yeah, don't go anywhere. I won't be long. Right, I'm back. I've thought about it a lot. What I may do, yeah, what we will do, thank you, why have you gone all the way over there when I'm over here working on stuff? Thanks, Planet Zoo. That way. Now if I raise up to that level, then I can go in. So if we go this is going to stick through even so, isn't it? Yeah. I have an idea and hopefully it'll work. If I can see what I'm doing. Down. Okay, this is raising up and down on a micro fine point. So then I still have this issue here where it rises up. Should be able to do something with it though. It's a shame that we don't have any inverted ones of them. Sorry, I just had a frog in my throat. Yeah, it's a shame we don't have an inverted. You'd have thought they'd have put those in. Inverted wall pieces like that. Because if that, I could turn that upside down, it'd be perfect. Because even if I get that lined up perfectly, it's still going to stick through the bottom into the shop roof. Like so. So I have another idea. Nope, I didn't want to delete that. I want to select that and delete it. That might be the way to do it. I think it's going to be. Now can we see another problem? Every time. Actually, I know exactly what sort of piece that would be. Perfect. So now that should be I say it should be totally covered up. There are these weird bits coming through here, but they're very small and unnoticeable. But they are noticeable. That's the issue. This building has so much support in it, it's unbelievable. Evening, Desperado. How are you doing? It's been fairly quiet on the Western Front this evening. I'm building a modular souvenir shop, which is always fun, and I've come across many a problem. But I've then solved those issues, only to be presented with new issues, as is often the case when building in Planet Zoo or Coaster. Right, so now this little beauty should go on perfectly. Oh, that's a bit weird. You've got on one side you've got this extra beam on the right hand side, and then on the other side you haven't got that beam. Interesting design choice there. Frontier. So let's just check our ceiling is perfect. Yep, that's exactly what we wanted. Then we have the name of the shop on the front. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I don't know what to call the shop though. No idea. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess. Unless anyone else can think of shop names. Thank you. Yeah, I've got ideas of where it's going now. It's just taken ages to get to this point, as often these builds do. I think we need some support beams coming down onto the path, even if guests will walk through them as they always do. And I need extra bits sticking out here, like I say, storage areas I was going to create. But at least we've got our nice little... It needs lighting inside, it needs nice decorations just to bring it, to make it pop a bit more. And I need to fill the shelves in. And I want to put in, if I can, I'm going to build those security scanners for the front of the shop, so that you don't, so people don't end up walking out with goods. We will get there with it, people, don't worry. We are rocking and rolling now. We are I'm just getting into my stride with it all. Yeah, and all. Yeah, that's why I wanted that security gates if I can. I don't know how I'm going to make them yet, but I'll find some bits that we can use and things. Because I've got them in my Planet Coaster 2 park. The Planet Coaster 2, it's so easy to build in that, because obviously we can scale. Whereas here in Zoo, we can't scale. Oh, but Zoo has a cracking soundtrack, let's be honest. What am I looking for? I know what I'm looking for, it's just finding the pieces. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Whoa, 7 people in the chat. If you're new here, a subscription would be very, very much appreciated. Yeah, if anyone has any ideas how I'm going to build the security gates, let me know. Well, not security gates, but you know what I mean, the security scanners. No, I did not want to grab that. There we go. That's what I wanted to grab. I'm going to bring you down a little bit. That's interesting. There we go. Yeah, that's looking nicer. I didn't mean to delete that wall. Beautiful. Yes, looks kind of inviting so far. Also, I want pillars coming off here. But first of all, I want to shore it up a bit and make it look a bit more sturdy. I could also always go for square pillars in contrast to the round ones. I am going to check something quickly now. Oh, yeah, it's alright. Good, we're not sticking through the floor. That's what I wanted to check. The ceiling, sorry. Floor, ceiling, similar thing. If you're in an upside down house, very similar thing. As I said earlier in the stream, I really don't like the roofs that look, you know, the way it ends flat like that. Build and access, yep, there we go. When this thing gets snow on it, it's going to look really nice, isn't it? I mean, I could do oh no, wrong. I need local access again. I could add that onto all the ends, so you've got this let's check it's not coming into the building. Now we're going to put building access on because it's actually at the correct angle. Oh. There we go. Annoyingly, rather annoyingly, we'll just put that there for now. I may have to. I know, I'm saying I may have to. I just realised I won't have to do anything with that because this whole bit's going to be covered in this centre bit here. We're only at 393 pieces, so nobody panic. I mean, this, just to give you a contrast, that's only 535, the mead and antler, so this is probably going to end up as a bit more. I'm thinking about putting greenery on the outside, like ivy and stuff, just to give it that extra look. Oh yeah, what, just put cameras inside? Yeah, what, rather than the gates, you mean? Because they would, the gates, yeah, security gates, I suppose, would I understand what you're saying, yeah, the gates would detract from the theming, wouldn't it, and the way it looks. Yeah, good idea. Good thinking, Batman. And it would be a lot less hassle for me. I haven't got security cameras in any of this park at the moment. Yeah, we're... If I go to that, yeah, just a bit of overlap there. Thank you, Desperado. Yeah, we do try. I do try. Am I on? Yeah, good. I want some, I'm going to put some ATMs outside as well because guests are asking for them, or the game's asking for them at least anyway. Once it has all the greenery added in and everything, it's going to look even better. Okay, how did I do it the other side too? No. So this is almost as much as, yeah, that was my concern. No, I'm... That's so annoying sometimes the way it selects stuff. And yeah, there we go. That was the overlapping one. Right, let's bring you back here. Let's bring you across. There we go. So at the moment we've got that, yeah, that gap, which is fine because I'm going to put another one of these type style roofs. I may even put this style roof, this one, down here. However, no, because then, no, it's too close to the ground. So I'll put the one, I'll put, where is it? This one, without the groove in it. But those grooves I can use for windows and stuff. So it looks like it's got an upstairs as well. So there's plenty of scope for design and ideas and things. And once it's got all the greenery in and everything, we get the shop fully kitted out. Because I mean, I've got the nice, simple design. I do need torches in here so we can have lighting. I will switch it over. I am contemplating putting some, like just some base supports on the beams that are decorative, because you've got this amazing like Nordic carvings outside, and then you come inside and it's got it in the roof and the pillars, but this sort of central area is lacking a little bit. And that's more what people will see when they walk through the door, first of all. So if you have these little touches, it just draws the eye. It's something pleasant to look at and relaxes you a bit more. So you spend more. The more relaxed your guests are, the more they'll spend, in theory. Yeah, do I put... Okay, I have an idea. I have a cunning plan. That may even be too tall for that corner. I think they are 4 meter tall, but because of the terrain, yeah. Let me just test something on the other side there. Yeah, because of the terrain, they're sunk in, and that is off-putting. The one place it could work is on the front here, and it makes a statement as you're coming into the building. Yeah, I need to be raised off the floor, but that's not a problem. You can't really see them actually, can you? They don't. I'll make some custom ones. They're not dark enough. They're kind of a lighter colour. I'm getting there with it. Trial and error. Right, I am going to make a custom pillar. I've got these to use as well. All the... Yep, got loads of details I can add. Tons. Yeah, it's a 1 meter one. That's what I actually want. That's a non-decorated piece, which is... Actually, let's just go full decoration. That was nice, it threw me over there. Somebody's getting a drink, I think, in the kitchen. If you can hear some noise in the background. No, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Well, in which case... That looked like it was floating for a second. Why is that? Okay, game, I am most confused. Oh, it might be because I'm on... That was at an angle. I have no idea why. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. And we got there in the end. I mean, it's only, what, 5 pieces? A 5-piece pillar. Let's try again, shall we? Building access, thank you. Yep. Trouble is, when I put this down, see that junk. It went back to local access. See now. Because of the unique way that Planet Coaster console is programmed, it takes you 10 times as long to build anything as it would in Planet Coaster 2. I'm not worried about that because what we can do is wedge a rock under there or something, just to, or I can even just bring the bring the terrain up. Yeah, we'll try and bring the terrain up from here. Fantastic, thank you. And that's because of the modular shop pieces that are underneath the floor in here. Alright. Plan B it is then. One of my chickens is about to mature. It's been like that for ages. You say that, but it's going to take ages because we're on 5 times. Yeah, I'm thinking rocks. I was thinking a rock underneath there. Because you've got some fairly flat rocks and you've got the... So it's not a problem. We'll get there with it. This is just to plain. It's too dull and plain. So it's not going to be that dull and plain anymore, because we're going to do this. And everywhere where those double connections are, and then once it has ivy climbing up it and everything else, and greenery outside, it will look fantastic. Wrong one. Right, I'm just going to go for top ones. I see that. You know how when you see something you can't unsee it? Yeah, that. I think these have probably come too far forward. That's the issue here, I think. And there's one in the middle which... I might keep that, but I may just do something slightly different with it. Do I want that, or do we want a decorative pillar on the inside where the entrance is? Let's see if our weird bird raven ones will fit there. If they will, we could have that as you come in. theoretically this is one place they should fit between. Yeah, they do fit. In fact, they're a little bit too big for it, but yeah, I'm beginning to like it now. So it's taken nearly 500 pieces before it's getting there. I remember in Planet Coaster I was getting up to near a couple of thousand, 3,000 pieces for some buildings. It got quite ridiculous towards the end. And then Frontier came along and pressed the reset button on me by releasing Planet Coaster 2, which you can create really good in Planet Coaster 2 with a fraction of the pieces due to all the scaling and that. It's such a powerful tool, which then frees up space for other things in your parks, which is nice. Yeah, decorative. I'm guessing we're going decorative all the way, but I think I'll stick with square. I've got circular, but yeah, we'll have a contrast in pieces. The interesting thing is, even though we're building it like this, I wonder what it will look like from the entrance down below. Let me have a look. Yeah, at the moment it looks, from this side it looks fairly dull and unassuming at the moment. With the extensions for like the entrance ways, the fake entrance ways really, should add a little bit more to it, but do we go down or up? I think up. Yeah, it's just interesting that yeah, security cameras, they'd have to be higher in the ceiling so you wouldn't really see them, and I would have to change the colours of them definitely. So this mute brown sort of colour that I've got, yeah, toggle building access, otherwise we'll be in a world of hurt again. Sorry, I just had a big yawn. Well, we've got these for inside the building. They're nice, aren't they? What's the point, these ones? And they go with the sort of green I've got on the shelves as well, just to add a little bit to help it pop a little bit. thinking, are we putting that? Do I put it at the bottom? The top? Yeah, that's looking nice. That's massive. That's a huge thing. What's that? Isn't that's a bit. I'm thinking about writing. We've got 4 spaces for this, so we'll have one there, one there, one there, one there, and then writing on them. Seeing as there's 4, it would make sense to write the 4 seasons on there, I'm thinking, which would be very nice. Just to add something else to the experience of being in the shop. And I want speakers in here, and we want security cameras, but security cameras I'm thinking high up would make sense. Oh, it's done the jank thing again. Thanks, game. Today I will be mostly doing jank rotations, and thanks Planet Zoo. I don't know why it does that. Yep. Okay. I mean, Y is confirmed the same button as it is to hold to move your camera up and down. You tell me. I think you can reconfigure stuff actually, possibly. So it might be an idea to map it to. I would say map it to circle, but that's cancel. You may not be able to reconfigure it. You should be able to reconfigure your button presses though. I mean, heck, Fortnite does that. So, writing. I was going to write it using the letters, but it probably would be too big, so I'll use a wooden sign across the middle. Editable. I'll write it in Nord or Nordic if they have that style of writing. Do I not have any editable? Okay. That's too small. I want it a bit bigger than that, sort of going across. It's a shame that I can't change the colour of that wood so I can make it darker. Do we have Norse? No, we don't. We have very basic. Text. Hello, Clever Agenda. Evening. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. No, I don't like that. Yeah, I'm good. Always good when I'm creating on Planet Zoo. It's a nice relaxing time, unlike when I'm playing Fortnite. Okay, that's too jarring. Yeah, that's better. We're just adding details to a souvenir shop which I've been building all evening. Modular souvenir shop. Nope. Oh. summer, please. I'm going to take you two across the other side. The theme of the zoo is classic, like olden style at the entrance, but then it goes into Arctic, like Viking village type thing up the back, because the idea is that this is like the original zoo area and they found the remains of a Viking village, so we're hence why they paid homage to it with all this Viking decorations and theming. So yeah, it's got a bit of a story. Right, there we go, winter, right. I need to fill up the shelves, but I am also concerned about still finishing the outside. It's not... It's always something to do. Until there isn't, of course. So if I'm... Security cameras, are they under facilities? Yeah. Oh, we can't change the colour of the cameras. Well, that's a bit frustrating. That's very frustrating actually, not to be able to change the colour of the cameras. Yeah, you can do it in Coaster. I know you can. Because then I'd be able to blend them a bit more, wouldn't I? Yeah, it would. I agree with you, but if you can tell me how I change the colour on that with the options of demolish, duplicate in advance, duplicate, advance move, rotate, move, split from group, center camera, and question help, you know, there's no unfortunately there's no colour change, which is irritating. But yeah, it's in zoo and it's in Coaster, but not a zoo. Thanks, Frontier. Unless it's just a console version we've got screwed over on. And PC players can change the colour of their cameras. But I doubt it. I think the game's pretty much a conversion at this point. Oh, you haven't played Coaster yourself? Oh, okay. Well, have you played Zoo or? Yeah, that's quite kind of nice. We've got that hidden away, that camera. We want it kind of lowish actually, because you want to be able to see what people are doing. Yep, Zoo. Coaster, well, if you like, Coaster's a bit more cartoony. Zoo looks very, I mean, I was saying earlier, with all the foliage and all the other stuff, it looks a lot more like realistic, kind of. You know, when you notice something, you haven't done it, you kind of like, ah. Yeah, I pay good money to have the foliage we've got in Planet Zoo in Planet Coaster. Ah, good old okay. Yeah, don't worry. I got. I'll build a zoo in Minecraft before I brought Planet Zoo. Right, I get you. Yeah, I follow now. Yeah. Yeah, ducking autocorrect, eh? Yeah, so I think I've got it covered. The cameras. I think we've got the whole shop covered. I don't know what this rear view is look like, but hopefully it's enough to cover. Great. Yeah, I think they would have it at this angle, don't you, all day? I think it'd be changed to that angle. But because you can position cameras, that's good. So that works. That all works. We've got it all covered. And then you've got this one to make sure that your staff aren't stealing from you. Sorry, with the janky camera. But yeah. But watch these guys. You can see exactly what they're up to. Okay, yeah, that works. Because it's high. I was going to say because it's higher up, it doesn't really. Yeah, you do notice it. Okay. I was going to try and no. We can't stick them up in the ceiling, so that's not an option. So perhaps we decorate. We decorate to distract. That's what we do. I've been dying to use this decoration for quite some time. Oh, the cord? No, that on top, you mean? Their antenna to send signals. So no, they're not meant to touch the ceiling. We definitely don't want them touching the ceiling. Hang on. Oh, is this? Ah. I've worked it. Ah, I see. So this is something that would hang down anyway. Yeah, I see. So I'm not used to all the tile set in this game yet. It's not like that's really nice. I like that. Although it's a bit more modern. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, I have got a cat behind me. Yeah. So I didn't want to lean back and hurt lean on one of the cats. Yeah, Scruffy's sat behind me, so. Alright, is this would this be good for distracting from? Yeah, it's kind of, it's got a white connection. That is definitely, yeah, that's something. Alright, we'll do that. We'll distract from the awful cameras and make the cameras a feature, basically. I don't know whether to put that on the outside or the inside. Oh, what cameras you mean? Yeah. Those sort of cameras aren't... Well, yeah. Yeah, you tend to have the square ones in corners, but we haven't got any of those in Planet Zoo. Your standard square camera. It's always the 360 ones. Yeah, which is strange because in real theme parks and everything, you know, their shops, their security is always triple cat. You know, it's always the standard square cameras. More than anything in the souvenir shops and everything. But what can you do? What can you do? I just had an idea to put these on the corner of the counters because they offer gift wrap. Would you like your souvenir gift wrapped? There'll be an only £5, sir. What? But the item I'm paying for is only £2. Yes, but you can have it gift wrapped for £5. Right, so we do the interesting stuff of filling shelves in. Mugs, yep. No, no. What did I do there? Something went wrong there. More mugs, I think. Plushies. Oh, actually, I'm beginning to think I've got a better idea. We have the serious stuff, the puzzles and the mugs that side, and then we have the plushies like all this side, because plushies would sell, you know, very quick. Yeah, probably be an item that would be popular with the children coming to the zoo. So none of those animals are in my zoo. We're not going to sell many of them. Animal caps or animal hats? What else we got to play with? Oh, so we can have individual or... Looks like Fashion Act in Fallout 76. Yeah, my problem with that, yeah, there's clipping with the lion. Whereas the clipping there is not so noticeable. Okay, we'll go back here. We can go hats mixed. Hats mixed. Can we put t-shirts? Yep. And this is really bringing it to life. We'll go t-shirts, one more, and then we'll go bags there. What items we got? Moose caps. We have moose in our zoo. We will have snow leopards. Tree frogs? Question mark. Let's go snow leopard again. And moose here. Moose caps, yeah. Yeah, they are crying out for... Right, I think we're gonna... I mean, I could do them individually, but it just takes ages to do them individually. I think nobody got time for that, really. Posters... Popular one. Umbrellas. Mugs. And how easy is that? Yeah, it's much easier than placing them individually. I would never build in modular shops if I couldn't do this. Let's go caps this side. Actually, let's go caps this entire bay, and then go hats on. No, okay. Caps. I wonder if... Here's a question. Here's a thought. No, not you. Right, I'll just grab that. I'm wondering if it would allow me to do them all together at once. No. Alright, okay. Well, we tried. Well, this bay is going to be animal hats. I mean, I could make custom stuff, but this is the first zoo, really. that I'm possibly going to finish, because we have a clear idea of what we're doing with this zoo, which is good. We want polar bears, penguins, and what was the other thing? Oh, snow leopards I want to add. And they're all viewer requests and my request, so when you select mixed, it just does a sort of random selection, doesn't it? So yeah, it's a far easier way of doing it though with yeah, I think that's about right. I don't know whether yeah, that's all we need to do for that. Right. Oh yeah, rather than placing things individual. I mean, I could add some like nice Viking type decorations and things, you know. I thought that would be smaller, but the old reindeer. Kind of want it in here somewhere. I'll find a way. I'll find a place to put it. Right. I want to go up here, and yeah, that's what I wanted. Now when you look in that camera, that's what you're going to get, a view of that decoration directly opposite you. But these things happen. Oh. Spot the error. Bob had had a few whiskies at lunchtime before he was asked to hang that decoration. We can go. Oh, that's way too big, isn't it? I say it's way too big. Probably perfect for there. Blimey, I didn't realise it was that late. You just get into creating and that's it, yeah. Planet Zoo eats your time. Which probably means my coffee is freezing cold and I haven't had a sip of it yet. It's drinkable. It's not hot, but it's drinkable. Alright, thinking that's more tartan, but Yeah, I'm beginning to like it now. Thinking about having something written across the back here. As to what, I don't know. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Yeah, it's looking kind of nice in here. Homely. Ah, but there's one thing that's missing, isn't there? Can you guess what it is, kids? Yeah, we've got no lighting. Which is the problem. That's not central. And I've still got to finish the outside. But once we get there with it, it will look fantastic. And I'm going to have a bank of ATMs outside with a sort of shelter built around it. Yeah, I must admit, it's to start with it's daunting, but like now it's satisfying. And I'm not adverse to doing interiors. Let's reset. As I'm curious as to what the lighting would be like. Oh, look at that, it's fantastic lighting. What we will do, because we want a sense of realism, and I've said a sense of realism, hey look, we've got all these European decorations, which would be really good. Oh, look at that. That's going to transform it. Look at all that. Put that in there. We're selling 10 hats per person, I tell you. Yeah, that looks... I really like that. We've got 1 metre straight, we've got 2 metre curved. I think we'll go for 2 metre curved, would probably be the best one. I think that's a winner, to be honest with you. That lighting, that looks... Oh. Looks like it's not going to fit correctly, and that's what it looks like. I have a cunning plan then. Great, I have that in the way, thank you. There we go, so it crosses over in the middle. I was going to be adding a little bit of light into the, I was just going to put floor lighting in around the tills, just so they can see what they're doing better. However, this may well provide enough light for them. We'll have a look in a minute. What do we reckon is that? It's fairly well lit, isn't it now? It's got a nice glow. Yeah, I kind of want that glow to go into this area as well. Of course, during the day it's not going to look this fantastic and beautiful, is it? But however, right, I think great, they're not even attached. Are these attached? Yeah, they're attached to it. Alright, let's add these in. Five items. So I'm thinking I need torches on the other side just to add that little bit extra. I'll tell you what it reminds me of. If you ever watched, if anyone's ever watched Theme Park Worldwide, Sean and Charlotte, Sean used to go to the Hyde Park Winter Wonderland Festival. That's what this reminds me of, with that wood and the fire and the magical fairy lights and everything. It's got the same sort of glow about it. Yeah, I was just wondering if those torches were too low. They're not, which is good. You definitely don't want them to be low, because you don't want people banging their heads on them, because that means you could lose your shop. Very quickly. Alright, other decorations to take into consideration. Anything we can think of? Because I've thought of something already. Let's go grey, because I think that would be, yep. No, actually, let's not go grey. Let's go green. Red and green, what makes you think of those colours combination? I wonder. Oh, I was trying to place it down. I was wondering why it wasn't placing down. Because I was on the wrong oh, it's going to do a weird rotation on us. Great. Thanks, Zoo, for doing that absolutely weird rotation. I wonder if there's anything that feels kind of not Viking, but there's stuff I've used that isn't Viking as like that's African, but yeah, no, that is obviously African when you turn it around like that. Same as that, that's really distinct. Because there is some things I've used in the restaurant. Sorry, my ear was hurting a little bit there. There's stuff I've used in the restaurant that isn't Viking, but it kinda, or Nordic, but it kind of works. And we go that, but that's just same as the other piece. I could go with that because the ones on the, yeah, we'll go with that because the ones on the that's the interior done, I would say, until I decide otherwise. Until I'm like, oh, hang on, wait a minute, we could add something else. But yeah, we've got a nice, I really do like that lighting, that's perfect. Oh yeah, we could add something else. Right here on the entrance there's nothing going on. And it kind of feels a bit dull and tedious. I'm just thinking of things in my head that we could add. Like there's the polar bear. That's a nice sculpture. And he's a bit big compared to the penguins. Are even quite big, aren't they? Statues. I mean, you don't realise because obviously when I've got them on the entrance, you know, and you're down on the ground, they don't look that big really. But yeah, the penguins are, it would seem, quite big. So the only thing I think of on the side here would be, I wish there's like posters. Sorry, my ear's getting really irritated with having the headphones on for so long. That's massive, that penguin. He's a bit big to have, and he's a stark contrast from the rest of the shop. I'll probably say then for the actual penguin habitat when we build it. So which cat's this? Well, Alvin's come to see us. Hello, Alvin. What do you want, Alvin? Probably to go out, but you're not going out at this time of night because the cars drive up and down here like lunatics at night. Yes, so what we got? Polar bear, doll sheep, Arctic wolf. We definitely have an Arctic wolf, so we've got, it says flag deer, but I know it's a flag, and no need to call me deer. I have to go and get some sleep before work time out. Okay, thanks Desperado. Yeah, I'm going to be ending soon anyway. But thanks for popping in, and your feedback and suggestions, you know, everything is appreciated. Thank you. I'm probably just going to put these in. We'll put some lighting in the entrance and then we'll call it a night because it is late. I fortunately do not have work tomorrow. Okay, what is that, the right way or is that the wrong way? That's the wrong way. It's it loves its jank rotations, doesn't it? Right, let's line that up together. Thank you. I was going to put like polar bears in front of them, but I'm kind of thinking that doesn't work. So what I might do is put these no, I was trying to grab that, thank you. Put these central and then build some decorative pillars either side, if that makes any sense to anyone. I'm glad it does because it makes no sense to me, but yeah, if I put some like design pillars perhaps here, I could just put, no, these won't, I don't think they'll work. The raven. See, these are conservation lampshades. They kind of they do for any sort of outside area. You could have them there. Where is there a big outside area where I'd need lighting that looks like it's a wicker basket from a Nordic village? Possibly. Yeah, there's the entire enclosure we've got up the other end, well, sort of across the way up the hill from here. Where is that? Where have those lights actually disappeared off to? European fairy lights. Okay, they're part of the European pack. That's worth remembering. Do I go for them or do I go for the just something about fairy lights hanging that's more aesthetically pleasing to the eye, in my opinion. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's about right. But the other side is going to be because I've just noticed something. You're a little off there, I think. Oh, it's so hard to see with all the. It's because the anchor point's low. Right. That's alright, that side, good. It'd still be nice if I could get like posters or something on the inside there, but where I would find them I have no idea. I'll have a look through and perhaps see if I can find something I can substitute or use as a kind of poster just to have on the entrance as you walk in, but I don't want to detract from the style of what I've created here, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I am going to leave it there. Thanks to everyone for joining me and all your suggestions and all your feedback and all your kind words. It's greatly appreciated. As I say, if you are new, subscribing helps the channel out no end and allows other people to enjoy me planet creations. Yeah, and when I come back tomorrow, we may continue this probably continue this Nordic village, because a lot of people have been asking and we did do a lot of it on stream, so we'll probably continue this, or I'll be playing Fortnite or Oblivion. See what I feel like, really. It's a random lottery. Probably Zoo. I'm really into it at the moment, and I never gave this game a fair shake when it came out, so yeah, I think now I'm really enjoying it, and I'm kind of determined to get this like to the best it can be, this zoo. We're only at 23% in the complexity meter, so we've got plenty of room to play with in design, which means I can definitely add stuff to the outside and that and really make it come alive. So even when you're walking around in the park, you've got like this forest on the outside, and we want a transport ride, and we've got, you know, cable car transport ride coming up from the bottom to the top, and I possibly could squeeze in a few more animals or a exhibit, although I can't think of anything that would fit a Nordic village type design, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone. I'll say good night and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.